here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
Well, partner, that was a heck of a play right there because there is no chance that he was the primary receiver on that play. Definitely checked it down to him and just said, please, help us out, make a play. And he does and delivers a first down.
Play action. Now it's Murray. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-0, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. That catch good for only a couple. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers will take over here just shy of the 30. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's Jones. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll run it with Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. Murray going to try to throw on third down. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. Picked off at the 33. The 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And this is going to be Packer football. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And this will be a Packers first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Jones with a nice gain there on first down as he takes us forward and call it a pickup of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On second down now, it's Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 66 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. A give to Jones. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. From the gun on third down, Murray. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We've got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Lance, eluding the pressure right. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch, dragging the toes. And it's going to be a first down. Well done.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, a 16-yard touchdown. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing. And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance. And he did. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Boy, that's the kind of interception that could save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them. I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play fake. Murray. He's going to air one out. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marco Wilson. At a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who was not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll make it 2nd down. Here's Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
Off of play action, here's Lance. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now Lance going to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Packers force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 102 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On now is the Packers punter. They'll boot it away from about his 35. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Murray from midfield. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of... Oh, there he goes, left side. 30. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Nick Chubb, 75 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Wants to try to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Murray now to throw. Out to his left. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. Jones hit in the ball zone. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Following the fumble recovery, Lance, he'll buy some time right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On play action, Lance rolling to his left. And he's got his big tight end here.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
The same target, same result. It's Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle from 13 yards out. And the Niners continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Murray off play action. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Niners are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. For as big and
as strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? They've got his man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. On play action, it's Murray. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Dancing to his left. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Play action. Now it's Murray. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
They hand off to their big tight end. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Murray's got to have this one. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. That one looks like he'll throw here. Open man is Samuel, complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position. And that was special there. Lutz good on the extra point. And that will extend this big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.